have a very special guest for you today. Meet my partner in crime, Pink Moscato.
Ta-da!
Yes, so what are we going to be talking about today, I wonder? We just watched G.I Joe Retaliation yesterday. Yes, pretty good film.
Yeah, I like it. I like the action, but I just think it's a bit exaggerated, just like any other Hollywood movie, I suppose.
Yeah, you know, helicopters with like jets and things like that, and that was, pretty over the top. But it was pretty cool. I still enjoyed it. It was very related to the comic books.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know much about the comic books, alright? But it's just, to me, like 5-6 people to save the whole world. Can you believe it?
All they had to do was just stop the whole, satellite from. You watch the film, you get what I'm talking about.
And at the very last, always countdown be just before down to 0. Self-destruction, always.
Yeah, it's always to that last second.
Always. You expect it.
I was a bit worried at first by having The Rock play Roadblock because I thought, okay, if Duke was going to be in it, he's supposed to be the main character, he's supposed to be the leader. The Rock, I was worried about Roadblock overpowering the whole role and that, but if you watch the film, you kind of know why it's necessary to have The Rock, I guess, as the main character. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I think he's pretty good. Yeah, I like his role.
I originally thought, I didn't know that the whole story of how it was going to turn out or why they got The Rock. I was actually thinking Terry Crews would have been awesome for Roadblock. That's only if Roadblock was going to be a supporting character though, so since he wasn't, then The Rock did a pretty good job.
Do you remember the main character in the first one? I liked him, and he killed him so quickly.
Duke.
Yeah, Duke.
I was worried about Bruce Willis, I think that's where the budget went. I was just paying for The Rock and Bruce Willis, man. That just, Ray Park did a great job playing the Snake Eyes, totally not having any words whatsoever to say in the whole film. But yes, it was really cool. Ray Park's a good fighter. I think they had a good chemistry. His character, Snake Eyes, and Storm Shadow. It was good though. He is very emotional and able to cry like that. Man, it's really cool.
Yeah, like that.
Like that.
With the eye drop, that's easy.
Yeah.
I can do that too.
Yeah, maybe they had an onion underneath.
Yeah.
I did not kill my master. Why don't you believe me?
Anyway, there's a few funny scenes here that we can talk about.
Yeah, there was some pretty funny scenes. For starters, when you see Duke and Roadblock playing PlayStation. I think it was Battlefield 3. I can't really tell. It was either that or Modern Warfare or something like that. And Roadblock is basically dying. His character's not his character, his player character, the game that they're playing, is basically dying on his ass, needs a medipack or something. And Duke is just not knowing how to control his character, so he's just basically spinning around in circles. That was a funny scene.
And a few lines that are pretty funny as well, but I can't exactly what they're talking about, but they were like, yeah, I got 10 fingers.
Oh yeah, that was Firefly. That was when Zartan, who is posing as the president, looks at Firefly. I think Firefly, yes. Anyway, he's a pyromaniac. Yeah, when Zartan looks at Firefly and says, "Oh, you still have all your fingers?" and he goes, "Yes."
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. Firefly is a real prick in this film, man. Seriously. I like how they actually included almost every single Joe character that was ever created. They were only there for the beginning, and I won't say how.
The funniest thing that I like is, the Asian girl, which fight, she always masking up or something. As soon as the fight started, she decided to take it off.
Jinx. Storm Shadow's cousin.
Okay. As soon as they the fight started, she decided to take it off. Now I can show my face and my hair, and now we can fight.
But then again, that happened with Storm Shadow as well. It's he starts off with a mask, and then 2 minutes into the fight, he's taking the shit off.
Yeah, I wonder it's because of they can't show their face or because they're suffocating wearing the mask.
I think they're suffocating. I think, you know, like, even though Storm Shadow you can clearly see had just a cotton covering on his mouth,
So why
he should
even
still be able to
bother to
breathe.
mask it in the first place?
It's the character,
right?
they have to. You know, the characters are originally all masked.
Alright, hold on. How about that? Is it better?
I see.
Now, I'm Pink Moscato. Nice to meet you.
I see, now you look like a terrorist.
No, I'm not suffocating by talking, but when I'm starting to fight, I just can't deal with it. You know?
Have to move my bad.
Yeah, exactly. And then you were talking about the Paris got blown up twice.
Yeah, in the first film. Here's something, check this out when you go watch it, okay? Near the end, there's a scene where they have a little bit of a nuclear summit. I don't know why a nuclear summit would only have about maybe 5 leaders. Now, in one of the scenes where he's threatening to blow up the rest of the world, like their countries and stuff like that, one of the scenes actually shows Paris. In particular, the Eiffel Tower. And if you've seen the first film, you know the Eiffel Tower was completely destroyed, and I'm wondering, even if this movie is based a few years after the last one, they could not have built that Eiffel Tower again, man. Like,
No. I don't believe you. You know why? They can make a motorbike turn into 5, 6 different bombs to hit. You know, the technology is that good. I don't see a problem like within.
build another Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, exactly. If you see the technology in the film, nothing is impossible.
Yeah, because you know that's exactly what you do after a terrorist attack and destroys one of your biggest monuments. You build it again, so they can destroy it again.
And then you know what? Always at the end, the bad guy survives. You know why?
Because they're gonna make a trilogy.
Maybe not. Who knows?
No, they're gonna make a trilogy.
But they always leave the bad guy there. It's normal.
It's Cobra Commander. Come on. Yeah, they cannot kill Cobra Commander. Otherwise, you kill Cobra. Who did the Joes fight?
They can always find someone to do it.
And then it's Cobra.
Just like the main guy,
Yeah.
Duke. He can get killed too.
Ah,
you know.
you sort of blew it for some people.
But then you said it too. What?
Blew it.
Oh, blew it. Oh, yeah.
There's a hint for you.
But even you said it,
But-
even Duke, he can probably survive again somehow, respawn, whatever.
But overall, yeah, it'll come back as Darth Vader.
You left me to die.
I was a bit worried about The Rock sort of stealing the spotlight and everything because, yeah, it's a Rock. He does that. And I was worried about Bruce Willis stealing the spotlight too, but I think that the story works into that pretty well. But I don't think they emphasized enough on Duke and Roadblock's friendship for there to be that much of an actual emotional connection between the audience and the movie. I think that they should have kept Duke around a little bit longer, and if they were gonna kill him off, at the very least let it happen, halfway through the film or something like that. Just so you can actually develop that connection, because you don't even see Roadblock in the first film.
No, I can see it. That's because they want a sequel. Okay, these can be, another film talking about how they have the friendship before they get into Joe. So
No, maybe they
that.
can do that. Roadblock joins the Joes or something, becomes friends with Duke. And
Yeah, that's the
things
only
like
way that Duke can come back.
Yeah, but I think this film they should have just kept him around a little bit longer, just so they can see that they had that friendship. I mean, you could see they had a friendship, but you didn't see how much of a friendship that much. Yeah, fair enough. Duke was going over to Roadblock's house and meeting the family, doing all this stuff, and that emphasizes a pretty strong friendship. But you have no idea of how long they've been friends. They could have been friends for 2 months. Roadblock was not around for the first film. He was supposed to be in the first film apparently, but they scratched that because I think they wanted to bring in Ripcord as Duke's friend. And if you've seen the first film, you know what happens to him. So, yeah. Overall, what would you give?
I'll give it 7.
7? Yeah, I'd probably do about 7.5, around there.
I do like the action.
Yeah. For me, it was more of a nostalgia. I do like the fact that, because I grew up with the G.I Joe cartoons and read the comics and things like that. And I did like the nostalgia in this one because the first one didn't have that many characters in it. from the original series and it, but this one actually did. Really enjoyed seeing a lot of the old characters and things like that and being portrayed. I just wish that I got to see a little bit more of them before they got pretty much UFC.
But the action makes it.
Oh, definitely those ninja scenes. Check them out. They were absolutely awesome. I think that
Everyone's become a Spider-Man all of a sudden. I do enjoy the film in general. So yeah, I still recommend people have a look. Even if they haven't watched the first one, it's still quite enjoyable.
Yeah, I think you can sort of pick up. It's sort of like its own standalone film. But I do recommend you watch the first one, so you sort of know what happens, because it will help to explain why Cobra Commander and Destro and all these guys. It'll just sort of show you how they became who they are. So I do recommend you watch the first one if you haven't already, and check out the sequel.
Yeah.
G.I Joe Retaliation.
Go and get the leather jacket, hey?
Oh yeah, definitely want Storm Shadow's leather jacket, man. That's
I love it.
check it out. Check
You
it
can
out.
have a female version.
Yes. All right. So that's our little review of G.I Joe Retaliation. And I'm going to have a little bit of a thing about something else entirely different about Dolph Ziggler, WWE, stuff like that.
Okay, so I'll let you do it.
You'll let me do it?
Yeah.
Cool. So I will see you next time.
Yep. Sure.
So I basically just read the news and seen the footage of Dolph Ziggler finally cashing in his Money in the Bank contract to become the new World Heavyweight Champion. Now this is something that we're definitely going to be covering on the BMF Wrestling, so be sure to watch that. My opinions on it is I still personally think he should have done that at WrestleMania. Why not cash it in on the grandest stage of them all? I do not know, but I can, after seeing this footage, I sort of see why. I think that the WrestleMania crowd would have had a bit of a different reaction to hearing his music and coming out, especially after Alberto Del Rio successfully retained his title against Jack Swagger, who we don't know what his court hearing is going to be or anything like that just yet. So yeah, seeing the reaction that the crowd gave Dolph Ziggler in this Raw, it was absolutely amazing, and it was finally good to see him cash that thing in, because I'm pretty sure that suitcase was getting quite heavy. I just want to congratulate Dolph Ziggler for becoming the new World Heavyweight Champion. That was just my thoughts. I thought it was amazing, and the crowd reaction was like he got a huge pop. And if you haven't seen it, seriously go on YouTube, or you're already on YouTube. So check it out, look it up, find the footage, see for yourself, and yeah, kudos to Dolph Ziggler. He's a very talented superstar. I don't know why so many people tend to hate on him for alright, he's got a pretty silly name, let's admit, Dolph Ziggler, pretty silly name, and when he first came out, he had a pretty silly gimmick and nobody would take him seriously. He was basically jobbing around, and even still to this day was sort of jobbing around back and forth. However, he is possibly one of the most talented superstars on the WWE roster, not just the Raw roster, on the WWE roster. This guy really knows how to sell injuries, he really knows how to sell a match, and he is possibly one of the best superstars they've had for a very long time, and well deserves this title. So I hope that WWE give him a very long title run. Congratulations, Dolph Ziggler. Please, for the love of God, get rid of Big E and AJ, please, because honestly they're just holding you back, and if anything, I don't think that your title run will be very long if you still have them around. So you should get rid of them, and hopefully they give you a very long title run. All the best. Those are my thoughts. So if you like what you see, please subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at Vampiro45, and I will see you guys next time.